All right, we have your upper body warm-up. For this, you're going to need a band. We want a light resistance band. You don't need this yet, but you will need it during the warm-up. First, we're just going to start with some windmills. So you're going to take one arm at a time, stretching it back and around through the full range of motion of your shoulder. We're going to do 5 rotations in each direction on each arm. So that is 5 going forward, then we're going to do 5 going backwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, then 5 going forwards, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 going backwards. I suppose you could also do these with both arms at the same time. That would work just as well. Just 5 on each arm. Then you're going to grab your band. And what you're going to do is hold it about shoulder width, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, so just right out in front, and then just bring it down in front of your body and rotate your arms all the way back, overhead, and then all the way forward. So this exercise will be easier if you have your arms wider, and then it will be more difficult if you have your arms narrower. So try to find a difficulty that makes you feel like you're getting some sort of stretch throughout the shoulders, the chest, and maybe a little bit of your back while you're doing this exercise, but nothing that might cause discomfort. We're going to do this 5 times forward and back. I believe this is 3, 4, 1 more. All right, so keeping that same band, you're going to hold it much more narrowly. So I would say have your arms straight out ahead from where your shoulders are, or have your arms in line with your shoulders. What you're going to do is you're just going to pull the band apart and then come back together. Keep your elbows locked here. You're just going to pull and then bring that together. And so what this is doing is it's warming up the small muscles on the back of your shoulder, which are really involved in all of the pressing and pulling motions that we're going to be doing during these workouts, but they're a little bit more difficult to warm up. So pulling apart, bringing back together. We're going to do this a total of 5 times, so 2 more. 1, and last 1. There we go. You're done with the band. Next, what we're going to do is just a trunk rotation. So you want to twist your upper body, trying to keep your hips in place, just moving through your upper body from one side to the other. If you have something near you like a squat rack or a piece of equipment or a machine or a pole, what you can do is stretch over to that and try to sort of pull yourself across whatever the machine or apparatus might be, but you don't have to. You can just rotate in space as well. We're just going to do 5 rotations. You can also place your hand on your hip and rotate yourself, which would look like this. 1 more. We're going to do some forearm stretches, so taking your fingers and stretching them back. We're going to do this just for a few seconds, then relax, and then stretch again. On the other arm, a few seconds, relax, stretch again. And then moving onto the ground, we're going to start in tabletop position, so having the hands on the ground, and then the knees on the ground, hands and wrists right underneath the shoulders. We're going to do cat and cow, so rounding the back for cat, and then arching the back for cow. We're going to do this 3 times, rounding and arching, and then last one, rounding and arching. And then very last exercise of this mobility routine, what we're going to do is get into a child's pose. So stretching the arms out in front, sitting down on your heels. And then with one arm at a time, you are going to try to force your armpit to the ground. And this should feel a really nice stretch all throughout the lat and the back. So stretching the armpit to the ground, and then on the other side, armpit to the ground. We're going to do this 3 times on each side. Second time on the right, and then second time on the left. And then just one more time on each side, holding this stretch for a few seconds and then releasing. There we go. All right, that is it for your warm-up. Have a great upper body lift.